Okay, so today we're taking a look at FlexJobs.com, and I think I told you a little bit about this in a different video. There's different places to look for legitimate jobs online. We talked about Upwork, and then there's some different websites like Upwork, such as Guru.com, Fiverr.com, and I've done some videos on those. So today we're looking at FlexJobs.com, and they're a little bit different in that you can often find W-2 employment. So what do I mean by that? So there's 1099 employment and there's W-2 employment. 1099 employment means you're a independent contractor. Basically, you're self-employed. The person that you work for is your client. They do not give you any benefits whatsoever. They do not take any taxes out of what they pay you. That's all your responsibility. And they can also let you go at the drop of a hat, and frankly, you can quit at the drop of a hat. Not a great idea, but you could. Whereas W-2 employment is more like a regular job outside the home, except that you would be obviously working from home, at least for the most part. You may or may not get benefits. They generally will take taxes out of you. They certainly will give you some kind of notice if they're going to let you go. And obviously, you should do the same, whether you're a contractor or not. So I just came onto the site. We're at flexjobs.com. I do have an account, so I'm just going to get rid of this little screen that came up here. And over here, you can see we can sign up or log in. So if you sign up, obviously you're going to get started creating your profile and putting some different things in there for that. I am just going to log in. That's for me. Okay, a number. If there was a number here on this little, and I do not need to chat. If there was a little number here where this little envelope is, this just means I have like in-house mail, and there are some different things they want to tell me. I don't have that right now, so that's okay. So there's all kinds of things. So there's a message inbox, upcoming events, member savings. There's all kinds of things that you can look at. But once you get your profile up and running, what I really want to show you here is finding a job. So we're going to go to Find Jobs right here. Okay, and there's all kinds of different jobs that you can look for here. And you might be more into the accounting and finance side of administrative work. So whatever it is that you do, maybe you like animal and wildlife jobs, but you just you're going to do things on the administrative end. So, or you can go strictly administrative. So whatever area you like, there's some different jobs for you. And some of it might be administrative, some of it might be other things. There's teaching jobs. There's law, there's actually work on here for attorneys. There's all kinds of things. You see sports and fitness there, okay? So I generally look under administrative. So when I click that little down arrow right there, it makes the arrow go up. And then we see that we can get into appointment setting, collections, virtual admin. Personally, I would never do the top two. I have before, but not collections, but appointment setting, not really anything I like doing. So it brings up all the administrative jobs and starts listing them from a featured job toward the top. And then it just kind of lists them chronologically from the latest jobs that have been put on there. So something that you'll notice on these jobs, so this very top one here, so this is premium, so that's why it's up at the top. It's one that that client really wants to get noticed, or that employer. So it's transcription. It's 100% remote. So that means it's not, some of these are going to be partially at a physical location. And so then you'll have to really pay attention to where that is. Or if you don't want to do a physical location at all, then obviously you wouldn't do that. Executive administrative assistant, 100% remote. We click on it, we can now get a better look at what's going on with this job. Employer is Calix, never heard of them, but you could always do some research on them. And certainly if you get an interview, you should. They posted this today. Okay, it's in the US, employee, full-time. So it is not a 1099 contractor position. It is a full-time employee. They have the education level, experience level, and so forth. So again, remote full-time tells you what they're looking for, the responsibilities on the job, the qualifications for the job. Okay, location, just remote, and that's all that you need to know. If they, interview you and so forth, they'll let you know if they're based out of California or wherever. Okay, so if you want to apply for that job, you would click on this right here, original job post, click to apply or learn more. So you can click on that. It'll bring up a new tab and it will show you what the job is and will take you to, generally in this case, their website. So you can see this is part of the Calix website. Again, it has the job description, everything is there. Same as always, you click apply. And so it looks like they have you jump through a few different hoops here. Here we would create an account and you would start jumping through whatever hoops. So there's different hoops to jump through for each job. I did not apply, so this will always pop up. Did you apply for or did you not apply? And we did not apply. So there's always different hoops. So it might just be submit your resume and cover letter here, and you'll upload something. You create it in Word or Google Doc, and then switch it over. You're going to transfer it into or convert it, I should say, into a PDF is the best way to do it. You don't have to. You can submit it through a Google Doc or a Word document, but know that if it's not an employer that's on the up and up, they could change things on there. So it's best to have something in a PDF where they cannot change anything in the document. So that's why I do a PDF. So anyway, they may also have you do some tests. They might have you fill out a complete application plus submit a resume and a cover letter. I've had some jobs recently that I've applied for that they do have a test. It might be a personality test. It might be a test just to see if you know some basic grammar and things like that, because there's a lot of people that apply for positions that just really are not qualified. Or maybe, I've certainly taken tests before that I didn't pass because I wasn't qualified. And, I don't have a master's degree or anything like that. I don't have that big of a vocabulary, but some people do. And, if that's the caliber they're looking for, they're going to test you and see if that's what you want to do. So we can hit our back button here and go back and just look at a couple more, but you get the idea. You can see here currently hiring on FlexJobs over here to the right, and they have some companies. You can point to the ones, obviously FlexJobs, they themselves are hiring. I'm not familiar with these other companies, but they are hiring. Up at the top here, 10 companies currently hiring remote jobs. So there's a lot of places on here to look for work. And again, we're just looking at administrative virtual assistant. I just want to find now. So this one says full-time. And this also says temporary role. So I noticed this yesterday. There's a lot that are temporarily, a temporary job in general, or they're temporarily remote. So they'll want you to come into the office later. So right now, read them very carefully. Here's one full-time partial remote job. Okay, so that might mean right now it's remote and later it's not going to be remote at all. So you're going to have to really, again, dive into the details of that. Okay, so when we get done looking here, we can go back to find jobs. And we can go and take a look at a different category. So there's a ton on here to look on. What I did right now, they're having a half price type of thing because of the coronavirus situation. A lot more people are looking for online work. And so for 1 week, it's $3 and some change to be able to take a look here. And you just have to be able to go to your account afterwards and cancel that. Like I'm just going to look for probably a week. I'm not going to keep this going. And you go into your billing right here, right? I went to account billing, and then you can discontinue it from there. So that's FlexJobs. Just wanted to show you a look at that, and best wishes with your search for work from anywhere. Take care.